Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will use graphs to calculate limits. So here I've graphed y equals 2 over x minus 3 minus 1. A hyperbole you're probably familiar with. So we can use this to calculate limits like this. So this is saying the limit as x approaches 4 of 2 over x minus 3 minus 1. It's saying what happens to the y value of this function as x gets closer and closer to 4. We can just read that off the graph. As x gets closer and closer to 4, y gets closer and closer to 1 from both directions. So this limit here is just 1. And that's the same thing you'd get if you substitute x equals 4 into this equation here. But what about if we said the limit as x approaches infinity? So of course, infinity isn't an actual number. You can't just substitute that into the formula here. But we can read this as saying, what is the limit of this function as x gets larger and larger? That's what it means x approaches infinity. X is just getting larger and larger. And you can see as x gets larger and larger, the y value will approach minus 1. See, as x gets larger, this curve will approach the asymptote but never quite hit it. So the value of the limit here is minus 1. Even though x cannot equal infinity, even though y can never equal minus 1, this is saying as x gets larger, y will approach minus 1, get closer and closer to minus 1. Similarly, the limit as x approaches minus infinity of this will, of course, also give me minus 1. What this is saying is as x gets more and more negative, y will again get closer and closer to, but never hit minus 1. So let's try this question here. What's the value of a such that the limit as x approaches a of 2 over x minus 3 minus 1 is equal to minus 3? So that's a mouthful, but it's saying something very, very simple. It's saying, what value does x need to approach so that the y value of this function here approaches minus 3. So it's sort of like the reverse. It's saying y is getting closer and closer to minus 3. What is happening to x? Well, as y is getting closer and closer to minus 3 from either direction, x is getting closer and closer to 2. So this value here, a, is 2. As x gets closer and closer to 2, x is getting closer to 2, y is getting closer to minus 3. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.